Ciao, buongiorno, buona domenica a tutti. Hope everyone is having a great day. Ciao, Alfred.
Hey, it's a windy and cold and overcast day in Catania today. Like really windy,
Like really, really, really windy.
like really windy, like spring winds, but it's cold,
Yeah, but spring is in
cold
the
spring
air.
winds.
I hope everyone
Yeah,
is
it is.
having
Yesterday was great.
a great day no matter where you're watching. I'm in Boston. Alfred is in Sicily. If you guys missed it, I'm home for a few weeks visiting my family. And I've got to tell you, Alfred, as much as I miss you, I miss Sicily. There's something to be said about family. And it has been just so heartwarming for me to spend time with my mom, my niece, my sister, and uh, yeah. So that's what we've been doing. You know what we do every
La
night with my mom?
famiglia è tutti.
La famiglia è tutti.
Non scodi mai. Don't ever
Don't
forget that.
don't ever forget
Never
that.
forget that.
You know what my mom and I have
That's
been
the
doing
that's
every
the
night? We've been playing,
eating.
well, of course, because her Hungarian cuisine is unbelievable. But we've been playing cards, canasta, every single night. We have a tournament going. It's mom against me. And every day, back and forth, back and forth. But it's been such a great time. And you know what her number one request is of Sicilian food for me to make? Guess what?
Pasta.
Scacciata. She wants me to make spinach pie, which, by the way, we're going to have a spinach pie, simple, simple, simple spinach pie recipe later coming very soon. So she wants me to make her a little scacciata.
You know, Esther, your mother is like a mensch. I really love her a lot and respect her, and I'm so thrilled that you're having a good private time, so to speak, with her. I think it's very emotionally healing, both for you and for her, that her eldest, you're the eldest, is around.
Yeah,
I'd
it's
give
been great.
anything to sit down to have a cup of coffee with my father. My father's been dead for 20 years, God rest his soul.
Yeah,
Same thing
but
with
you're
my
you're
mom, 10
having a
years.
cup of coffee with him every day, right?
Yes, I do. I have a cup of coffee with my father spiritually and mentally every single morning when I have my coffee. That's correct. Absolutely. I
Very
think of my
important.
father. We evaluate the cup of coffee that I've made. I talk to him, say a prayer for his soul to my Lord Jesus. You're exactly right. He's never left me in 20 years, and he never will either, frankly.
So
Or my
important.
mother. Or my mother.
And look, right behind me is my extended family. There's me right there.
You have such a beautiful smile in that picture. Your smile actually hasn't changed. Your
No,
smile is the same as that picture when you were an infant there. In my
yeah.
opinion, it
Some
looks
things never
beautiful.
change. Some things never
No,
change
you
for
have a
sure.
great smile. Me, on the
So
other side, I don't have a great smile. I'm
so
just
before we
kidding.
go on, Alfred, without fail, every time someone asks me or you, what is it exactly that you say at the end of the video? So before going on, what you say in Sicilian is
Se benediga.
sed
Go with
benedica,
blessing.
go with blessings.
Go
Now
with
in
blessing. Yeah.
Italian is Dio ti benedica, God bless you, or you can say ti benedica,
Right.
bless you.
Right.
But it's a
Right.
very common usage, and people love that you say that at the end. So I wanted to make sure that people heard that. Now we're going to do a little
Well,
bit of, yeah.
I say it in dialect because as I'm getting older, I'm reverting more and more to dialect than I am to Italian.
Well, in any case,
You
in any
know,
way. So say it again, Alfred.
se benediga.
Se benedica
Sa.
or ti
Yeah, it's all one
benedica.
word. That's how you say it in Italian.
Ti benedica or Dio ti benedica. I wonder how
Okay, that's
many
how you
of you
say it in
guys
Italian.
also
There are
say
so many
that.
different words. Yeah, there's so many different words. It's really not the Sicilian dialect is completely different in my view from the Italian dialect. For example, there is no
It's a
future
different,
tense. There's no
Alfred,
future
it's a
tense in
different
Sicilian.
different language. It's a completely
Yeah,
different language.
that's right.
All
That's
right.
right.
So
It's
I wanted,
spoken primarily in Sicily and also Calabria and north and south of the Mezzogiorno is where it's spoken here. But in the United States, a lot of the immigrants pass that language on to their children. This is how I learned it. And hopefully their grandchildren will pick up some of the words and some of the customs and the traditions. That's why I do this program, to keep it alive, Bunster.
I know.
Right?
Yep.
Now, let me give you an example of one thing that my old man used to teach me, okay?
Tell me.
I was just showing this before. You know what this is?
Yep. I'm sure
What is
most
it?
people who are Italian know what that is.
Okay, it's a thing, Jim Ingram, okay? This is a thing that goes into your Bialy coffee maker, all right? Right? Now, everybody bitches and moans because when after you have to clean it out, you go over and you go like this, and it's, you have to clean it out and all stuff sticks inside and so forth. But that's not how my grandfather taught me. He used to
How did
get
he
one
teach
of
you?
these. He used to get one of these and say, Alfred, watch me. And then he would turn it around like this and blow, and the whole damn thing would fall into the sink. Boom. In 1 second, it was clean. So that's a little bit of a old-fashioned
I've never seen you
saying
do that.
hint. I do it all the time. That's because you're sleeping when I'm making your coffee, which, by the way, is lovingly made all the time. Okay, just so you know.
I know. I know.
Just so
Always
you
is.
know.
All
And
right.
then the
So,
other thing is, I never saw such a this orange must weigh a half a pound.
good. Is
I
that the
bought
blood
4
orange or
oranges
regular?
yesterday. No, this is no, this is Tarraco is gone now, right? So I bought 4 of these yesterday, and it was a little over a kilo. 4 oranges, okay.
What else
Francesca
did you buy?
said, "Elford, you have to try one, tomorrow morning." I says, "Okay," because we just got done all the Tarracos. Remember, you were making me the fresh OJ. This guy here is the sweetest orange juice I've ever had. And
Good.
I just need to have one of them. I don't need to have two, like the other one's Tarracos because they're smaller. I'd have 2. But for the next 4 days, or actually 3 days, I'm kind of looking forward to getting up so I could have my OJ. It's really good, E.
Don't you
Very,
miss
very
me
good.
squeezing the OJ for you every morning with a little bit of lemon?
Esther, I miss squeezing you, baby.
I knew that was coming.
Oh, God. Tomorrow I'm going to go to the outdoor marketo at in Achi, San Antonio with my camera,
Good.
and I'm going to do some video for you. That's if the weather cooperates, because I want to see what kind of stuff that they have there. The springtime
Now,
wardrobe, so to speak,
Now, for
is
those
out.
people that don't know what you're talking about, every week in different towns, they have an open market. They not only have fruits, vegetables, nuts, and olives and things like that, but a humongous array, wide array of items like clothing, shoes, stuff for the kitchen, stuff for the bathroom, stuff for your house. Also stuff for jewelry making or sewing, right? There's a lot of stuff for people that want to make curtains or sew clothes or something. I mean, you name it. There's toilet paper, there's paper, there's stuff for school stuff. So it is a huge one. And the one we go to is in Achi San Antonio, which is one town over from us. And by us, it's every Monday, starts around 8 a.m. and goes to about 1. And it's a great place for locals to come to. Stuff is much, much, much cheaper than other places. And, believe it or not, you guys, I found some really cool clothing. And actually, we did a video on the Mercato about 3 years ago before COVID. I'll leave you a link to that in the description of this video. Once the video is done, check that out. But it's a great place, and I always end up finding something, whether it's spring pants or boots or, and they're all made in Italy, which is the cool thing. They're made in Italy, and it is legit stuff because there's always cops walking around there, right? Keeping an eye on things. So it's
Well,
a
I'm going
great
there
little place.
for one reason and one reason only. I'm on the hunt for some scalora.
Honey, Scalora is
Scalora, that's the saying.
everywhere.
not Skawawa, not Skawawa, Scalora. This is how you say it, Scalora. All right.
Did you ask Francesca
That's the
for it?
thing that's. Wait a minute. That's how do you say that in English? Escarole? Yeah,
Yeah.
escarole. Okay, some people make escarole. So, anyways, Stefania sent me this recipe, right? That I'm gonna try to mimic this week with Scalora. Okay, and it's so simple. I was like, oh my god, I got to try
Well,
this.
let's give him a
But the
little
long
bit of
and the
a preview because I saw that same video. So let me do a little bit of a preview of what she did in that video, which is very cool. It
okay,
sounded very good.
yeah,
You take a pan and you put olive oil, a few olives, and garlic, right? And she
yep.
also had some capers and anchovies, which was very interesting. And she heated it up in a pan and then put the scalora in there and sort of sauteed it. That
Well,
sounded
no, 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 no,
fantastic.
no, no. That's the Hungarian way to do it. That's wrong.
No, dear,
Now I'm
that's
going
the
to tell you.
video. That's from the video.
No, no, no. What you do is first, in a separate pan, you
Yeah.
cook the scalora. Okay, that's in pan number one.
You
You
steam
cook the
it first?
scalora, huh?
You steam it
And then
first?
what you do is you put the top on it and you put it aside.
Hmm.
In the second pan, you put your oil, salt, pepper, garlic, EVOO, right? Anchovies, and these are the types of anchovies, by the way, that they use, the cheap ones, not the you don't have to put the real good ones in. Okay, these are the
Hmm.
cheap ones. That whole thing costs like €3 and it lasts a long time. You can get the anchovy
Yeah.
fillets for about €5. But in any case, and if you want to put
Olives.
some olives in there and red pepper flakes, you could. Okay, and then after 20 minutes, you take just the scalora and you go like this and you put it into the mixture, okay? And then you let it cook for 20 more minutes on
Honey,
that mixture.
honey, how's
Yeah,
that different from the recipe I just gave?
because you said you put them all together, but essentially it's two pans. Okay, it's two pans. So see, the thing is that there's no pasta involved, and by the time you're done, you take a nice piece of bread, and it's delicious. I mean, that's so. I'm gonna buy some tomorrow, and then I'm gonna film it myself, or else I'll wait till you get here. But I'll probably wait till you get here because if I did it by myself, you'd say, "Nah, it's not good. I'm gonna do it myself." So, anyways, we'll see how it
All
goes.
right,
And I
let's
do
say,
have something for Peter Schiapoletti before
yeah,
I forget.
yeah.
All right, Peter, I'm very confused, or as they say in Italian, I'm very confused. That's how they talk. All right. Have you ever seen any of these?
I
These are
bought that.
basil things, right?
Yeah, I bought that a month ago.
Right. Basil seeds, except they come like this. They come on a little like a filter pad, and if you look real close, you can see straight lines of the seeds in them. You see that?
I've never
All
seen
right.
that.
Yeah, it's very interesting. So what you do is you dig a hole in your earth, your sand, and then you take one of these, and then you put it down, and you cover the earth up, and then allegedly things are supposed to grow. Okay, so I did this. Now I'm still waiting for things to growing, but the thing that blew me away is that these come from Portugal. These are Portuguese seeds, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And it says here perennial aromatic leaves. Perennial. Now, the word perennial means that every year it comes up, doesn't it? Isn't that what a perennial is, as opposed to an annual? I never knew that basil is supposed to come up every year. So, Peter Schiapoletti, I need to know what the scoop is on basil. Is it a perennial or is it an annual? These are
Good
things that
question.
cause me to lose sleep, honey. What?
All right, let's say hello to some people. If you're joining us on the live stream, leave us a comment if there's any question that you want answered. And I already have one here from Jim Ingram. If I'm going to visit Sicily during Holy Week and Easter, what will be open? What will be closed? I'm sure you've mentioned this before, but can you brief us again? So obviously the shops, stores are going to be closed, but restaurants and a lot of the tourist places will be open, um, especially Monday, Little Pasqua, right? Little Pasqua is Monday. It's
All
the
the
day.
restaurants will be
It's
open on
right,
Mondays.
but it's Monday is a day that a lot of people go and spend with friends, go to the mountains, do picnics, because traditionally it's
Right.
already starting to be spring and warm, so it's a nice day to spend with friends and family. Um, a lot of the mom and pops will be closed. Supermarkets open half day. So a lot has changed in the past, Alfred. A lot of these places would be closed, especially Sunday and Monday. But now a lot of them are staying open perhaps half a day.
If you're coming here before Easter, make sure you hit that ATM on Good Friday if you need cash money. Because what happens is by the time Monday comes, the ATMs haven't been loaded with cash money yet because they've been used all weekend. And you get put on a limit, okay? Because what happens is they have an algorithm there that as they're getting low for money, they'll say, sorry, the maximum you can take is 150 euro. So if you do that before Easter, you're going to be in good shape. You won't have that problem. Okay. The bakeries are open even on Easter morning. They're like Christmas. Bakeries never close. They're open on Easter morning, and typically on Monday, Easter Monday, some of the markets are open till 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
It's
like
a
I said,
work day
half
for
a
those
day.
guys.
Yeah, like I said, half a day.
Yeah,
Hey, we've
half a
got
day.
people
Right.
joining us from all over, including Sicily, including Anna, including Alfio is in Cabo San Luca with his beautiful wife. We've got people here from New Jersey, so from all over, even Florida.
Jersey, New Jersey.
Now, listen, Peter said what that's kind of the planting a slice of tomato to have the seed sprout. Okay. Oh, it's an
Is that what
annual,
that's
he
like?
said. It's an annual.
It's an annual, right? That's what I thought it was. I thought they die after a year because I'm going to go buy my spring plants. I think this week, as soon as it warms up a little bit more. Right now, I did all my pots. I did all the things on the both decks. I got rid of all the weeds and stuff. New
This is
soil.
this
It's
is
just
really
ready, right?
important. Peter says, keep in
What?
mind there's a distinction. It's an annual because the basil plant are typically short-lived and the same plant does not reappear next year. It does, however, drop seeds and grow again. Very interesting.
Oh, maybe that's what they're talking about. The seeds.
We've even got people from Australia. I love our fans from Australia, Connecticut. Okay, now
Wait a minute.
Donna's world.
Stop. Stop.
Yeah,
This is it. Wait a minute. Stop. I want to give a shout out to somebody from New Zealand. This fellow by the name of Jim,
yeah.
okay, who wasn't feeling so good, so he got online and he found us, Esther. All right, you, me, and Sicily. And then he downloaded one of my books. All right. Then he sent me an email. Alfred, I want to order your other 3 books for $19. This is to New Zealand. So I sent Jennifer to the post office. How
Mm-hmm.
much does it cost to mail 3 books from Boston to New Zealand? Answer, $50. So I sent him an email. He says, Jim, it's $50. And basically he responded, price is no object. He wanted to have my
Well,
collection of books.
listen to this. Yesterday, I got a
How's
phone
that?
call. Yesterday, I got a phone call from our good friend Tony Fusco, who is over there in Ontario, him and his beautiful wife, Anza, and he wants 3 of your books as well. So they're going off as well. So, Alfred, I mean, your books are very, very, very good, not just because it's you, but they're very easy to read, very fun. But look at that. You're being read all over the place. Now let me
Well,
just
here's the
let
thing:
me.
is I only have 20 sets left. Okay, Jennifer scrounged up a few more books,
Mhm.
so I said to her, "We just got to sell them three for $19 in the continental United States, free shipping. If we have to go to Canada or wherever we have to go, well, that's a different story." And
Yeah, but
so, and
how
anyways, why don't
exciting
you
is that?
order up for those of
The
you who
long
want
of
my
the
books? They're
short of
really
it,
cool books. What?
the long of the short of it
Huh?
is that they're good books. If you're interested, message me or Alfred. And how cool is that? You're being read all over the place. We're being watched
It's amazing. It's hilarious.
all
And
over
my
the
fifth
world,
book is
right?
almost done. Although my fifth book is essentially done, but I really don't want to publish it.
We'll wait a little. All right, let me take some of these questions. What's happening in Sicily on Good Friday? It's a holiday in Canada, as it is in Italy. And in fact, there's a lot of beautiful processions. It's a very holy and very interesting day in Sicily. The procession in Enna is one of the most significant. We did an entire video, Easter in Sicily. And I'll put a link to that video as well, where we basically take you through some of the important days, starting with the Holy Week leading up to Easter. It really is a religious, beautiful phenomenon to be in Sicily for Easter. And this is the first time I'm not going to be there in several years.
Well, essentially, to answer your question, it's a lot different than the United States. I'll put it to you that way. Okay. Uh, it basically
Well,
Good
Nona is in
Friday
Canada.
is when the
Nona is in
forces. Yeah,
Canada.
good in Canada. Good Friday is when the forces of evil temporarily won over the forces of goodness. When Christ was crucified, so that's black. Okay, so the forces of black dominated the forces of white, and nothing more symbolizes that than the march in Shaka and the Anna march the Good Friday procession in Shaka and in Anna. Okay, they're the two big ones. Then on Easter Sunday, the forces of light win. Okay, the Christ resurrected. The forces white wins. Okay, so we don't have that in the States. Well, maybe we do have that in the States, but not to the extent
Not
that they
to the
have it.
extent here.
No, no, no. It's a very and also to be honest with you, Palm Sunday. I'm looking forward to Palm Sunday.
Right.
They have some of the most esoteric designs. Remember a couple of years ago, Esther, we stopped a few times just to buy the different samples of the palms that we have.
Actually, I
We
think
have
I
them
have one right
festooned all
behind
over the
you.
house.
Right behind you. Right behind you is one of the dried ones.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We have, so, and I think last year I even talked about what do you do with last year's palms? Okay, because you're not supposed to throw them in the garbage. And the answer is, if you if you don't want to go to the church and hand them in so they can make ashes for next year's Ash Wednesday, you must burn them yourself. Okay, you don't
Or
throw them
we
in the
dry
garbage.
them.
That's
We dry them and keep
what.
all of them. We dry
Yeah,
them and
we
hang
like
them
to
on
keep
the,
them because we put
yeah.
them in a. Yeah, right. That's right. Because we have
We
I don't want to say we have a religious house, Esther, but we have a religious house.
we do.
We have like, yeah, we have baby Jesus and Mary and everybody else in every room. Okay, I mean,
And the
just as
saints and
basically
some
assistant
saints
and the saints as well.
and the
Going
saints.
back and
But Alfred, back to
it's
your Palm Sunday,
huh?
some of those palms are, imagine, beautiful embroidered, beautiful shapes. I'm looking forward to see what you find. Maybe we can share some
Well, I
pictures
think I
and
think what I'm going to do, if it's okay with you, I like going to Architrezza on
Palm
Palm
Sunday.
Sunday
Hmm.
because I like to go see. They have a market there, a Palm Sunday market, and then they have all the vendors selling whatever stuff is appropriate for Palm Sunday, and that's been my favorite Easter day, so to speak, Easter Lenten day, because that was the very day, Palm Sunday, that my daughter Jennifer was born on. So for
Oh,
me, it's always been a sacred thing. That was a day She was born on Palm Sunday. It
That's
was March the
beautiful.
23rd. Yeah. So for me, I always only think about my daughter Jen, and I call her up, and no matter what day that it falls on, I always say happy birthday, even though it's like the 24th
Oh,
or the 25th,
that's beautiful.
because that's the day that she was born, and I can remember just about every second of that day, my firstborn. My
Alfred, just to
third
give
born, Katie, I'm like, hello, who are you? No, I'm only kidding. That's just a joke. But my
Alfred,
firstborn, it kind of like gets penciled on your head, huh?
just to give people an idea also on Palm Sunday that as you're driving around, there's people literally opening up shop, that setting up a chair and selling those palms on the
Yeah.
street. And you go from one vendor to another, and there's a plethora of them in all types of designs, really intricate and all handmade. So a very beautiful, beautiful scene indeed to witness in Sicily on Palm Sunday. So let me
My
answer this
grandfather
question.
taught me how to make them. My grandfather, and in the States, because I don't know what the story is with those priests over there. They're cheap. They only give you two palms. When you go to, unless you know the guy, he'll give you three, but they'll give you two palms. And so what you have to do is you have to rip them apart and make them. My grandfather, Alfio Zappolo, God rest his soul, he was like a magician when he used to make those things. He used to make really intricate ones, but not a lot. He'd make 4 or 5 for the family.
Yeah.
Here, of course, palms are everywhere because there's palm trees everywhere. So these guys over here have a lot of practice making palms using a lot of palms. I remember when I went to Arte de Ali a couple years ago to shoot some video for you, Esther. The people there, even the designs in Arte de Ali were substantially different than the designs around here.
Alfred,
So
you go from
it's a
one
tradition
that
and it's an art.
you go from one vendor to another, and they're all different from one town to another. All right, let's
And they need the
take.
money. Those guys that are doing that need the money, by the way. They wouldn't be doing that if they didn't need the money.
Vin says,
That's
"What is
another
the
interesting discussion right there.
Vin says, what is the seasonal fruit and vegetables in March?" So in March, still, um, there are usually some artichokes, apples, pears are very seasonal, blood oranges, very seasonal. Um, they have some strawberries. The persimmons are very seasonal. Also in March, just like winter, a lot of greens, right? A lot of all types of wild green vegetables that you can, vegetables and also just leafy greens. Literally, people driving along the road and they'll stop and they'll pick some wild greens, and it's the same type of wild greens that are in some of the stores. A lot of spinach, a lot of scalora, broccoli, cauliflower. Did you see any purple cauliflower? Are we sort of done with the purple cauliflower?
No,
There might,
there's
there's
still
still,
there's still
it'll be
another
around
couple
for a
weeks
few.
that'll be going.
Yeah.
The strawberries. It's kind of funny about the strawberries. 3 weeks ago they first appeared, Esther, right? And they were good size, but they weren't that sweet. And then last week I noticed they were getting a lot better in the texture and the flavor. And I bought some yesterday from Francesca, and they were delicious. They were the big ones, about maybe,
Yeah.
excuse me, 2.5 inches big. And I also bought a sliced honeydew melon, and I also bought sliced pineapple.
Yeah.
Okay, and so the next big push will be in about 3 or 4 weeks when the first cherries come out, and then the plums, and
And the
then the peaches,
mulberries.
and the
And then,
mulberries, and that'll last us. That'll go right through the whole summer.
right.
Grapefruit. If
But,
you like
also
fruit
fava, a lot of beans in this
now,
period.
yeah,
There's a lot of beans. And if you guys missed it, I did a whole video on fava bean soup or stew. Um, Definitely all kinds of beans around as well. So let me answer a couple of these questions. Esther, where's your book? I love the way you expressed yourself. I'm sure you're a great storyteller. Thank you, Crystal. I'm actually writing my mom's book, and that's been coming. It's coming. We're about 100 pages in, but God, I got to tell you, that woman has had quite a life. My mom, we were born in Hungary, and she survived so many things, including the communist Hungary revolution, um, living in Israel and Brazil before moving to the United States. So she's had quite an experience, quite a life. And I'm so looking forward to the day that I can finally publish her story, because it is truly inspirational, truly a woman of faith, because everything ever, whether it's problems or any kind of challenge that came to her, she went to her faith. What a beautiful example she is for everyone. So um, Nancy would love to see the video. Easter in Sicily. Thank you. What is your favorite traditional Easter food? Dolce. Nancy, by the way, is in Italy and she's going to be in Sicily soon. The Easter in Sicily. I'll put a link in the description or in our playlist. It's under culture and history of Sicily. But if you put in Easter in Sicily for me in Sicily, you'll also find it. What is
I think that is popular here for the whole Easter after Easter thing is the stinco di male, the pork shoulder that basically
Mhm.
tastes like ham. Okay, is very good, but on that Monday, the little Easter, that's basically a pizza arancino type of a day.
Barbecue?
It's
It's
not
a
really
barbecue day. It's also a
barbecue
barbecue
day.
day.
It's kind of
I
like
want to know what,
casual cuisine.
yeah, I want to know what you guys eat during Easter, during that whole period of Easter. Now, Nancy wanted to know about the dolce. I love Colombo cake. I love panettones. I love Colombo cake. And my favorite
Does
is
your
the
mother
one
like that Colombo cake that you brought
with the
home?
pistachio. Let me get, yep, it's over here.
No,
Open.
she like that.
Yep, this is the type. It's very good. And look at that. It comes with that cream right there. And then you spread it,
Yeah.
and then you spread it. But the dough is very, very good. I recommend
So you spread
Fondarelli.
it yourself?
Yeah,
You spread
I
that yourself?
recommend this,
That's a
Mark,
good
by the
idea.
way. I know we usually say Tre Marie, but Condarelli, I definitely recommend.
Well,
So,
Condarelli is a special company too, Esther.
yeah.
They're right over
So,
here, and where are they? Biancavilla, right?
no, they're over there in Jim Ingram, Bel Paso,
El
their headquarters.
Paso. They
But
stood up to the
Condarelli,
mafia. The mafia tried to shake them down a few months ago,
yeah, the owner.
and they basically said, "Screw you," and then they went and they reported the mafia.
But
In the end, then those
Condarelli
guys
is
ended up
also
getting all
known
arrested.
for their nuggets, right? Which is also a sweet that is out, their
Wait a minute.
nugget,
You mean the tortellini?
the
They're not called
tortellini.
nuggets.
They're like
That's a
nuggets.
deportable offense.
They're like nuggets.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, they're
Connie,
delicious. Are you kidding me?
Connie, we
They're
have eaten
really,
so
really,
many.
really, really good, Esther.
Connie says we've been eating so many artichokes and fava beans for a month. I swear my skin has green tone. Listen, I know, Connie. I know
Look
exactly what
how
you mean.
healthy you are, Connie,
Wait,
eating that
honey, let me
stuff.
finish. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Connie, so let me just tell you, I didn't eat too many artichokes before going to Sicily, and now I'm an addict. And when they come out, I swear I can have one a day. But now I'm like, okay, time for a little break. Time for the new vegetables to come in. So,
Yeah, zucchini. Now you're into zucchinis.
honey, zucchini, there's zucchini every single day. Because you know, one of my
Hey,
favorite
Connie
things to
Milano,
eat,
I have a hot tip for you,
you
okay?
know,
This is
one of
for
my
Connie
favorite,
Milano.
honey, honey,
Can you read that?
wait a second.
This says
Ah,
cocoa snack, okay? Connie Milano, the next time you go to Eurospin, go to the candy department and buy this thing called cocoa snack. It's 5 bars for €1.05, and you get two of these bars like this in one pack. They taste exactly like Mounds bar, okay? Mounds. And right next to it is another one that tastes exactly like Snickers. $1.10 for 5 of them. I don't know how the hell they do this.
all right,
I
honey,
just had to
can we,
bring that up because
huh?
Connie was on.
Okay,
What?
can
Because
I
I
finish
love
what I was
Connie.
saying? Can
Go
I
ahead,
finish
go ahead,
what I
go
was
ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Yeah. I'll eat my thing in the meantime.
Go ahead. So zucchinis year round, eggplants year round, tomatoes year round. What else? There are certain cucumbers that are very seasonal. So starting around May and June, there's the citrangolo, which is a Sicilian cucumber that looks like a snake. So there are some seasonal vegetables, but some things are year round for sure. And zucchini, as you know, Alfred, is one of my favorite foods. And I make zucchini spaghetti a lot, especially in Sicily
No
because we
kidding.
have so many zucchinis.
For everybody that comes
Mm.
here, they eat your zucchini spaghetti too. You made that a lot, a lot.
Leonard says, I'm really enjoying the live broadcast. We're happy that oh, wait a second. Ciao Daniel will be in Verona for Vin Italy soon. That's awesome. I If you talk to Daniel, I want to know if we can set up a Zoom with him to do an interview about wines from Sicily. So look forward to that video coming very soon. Ciao Daniel, one of our major sponsors, and we had a little bit of a preview of two vineyards that he imports from in the United States. So that was in one of our past videos while I was there. So about these live broadcasts, we're really, really happy that we can bring you guys these live broadcasts again. The reason that we weren't stopped doing them, there were a number of reasons. One of the reasons, number one, number two, and number three, was because sometimes the internet in Sicily is very spotty. So to put one of these broadcasts on takes a lot of bandwidth. And so I'm here in Boston at my mom's in the United States, and the internet is just super, super 30 times as speedy. The other thing is that we had some weather to contend with. And also, when we did the pre-edited videos, I was able to put a lot of more videos from the places and some of the experiences that we were filming for you. So we'll see how, while I'm here in Boston, for sure, we're going to continue. And then we'll see what happens back when I'm back in Sicily. But for sure, we're going to keep bringing you guys quality programming from and about Sicily twice a week, sometimes even 3 times a week. Oh,
As
Jim
long as we
Ingram,
have
this is a
different
good point.
people on, as long as we have different people on, Esther, like
Yeah,
Roberto or Rosario or Stefania, it breaks up the whole monotony of two talking heads.
yeah.
And I really like the whole idea of the videos too. I mean, people love to
Yeah.
see our video work.
Like for example, the chat that we did about things to see in Palermo, Montreal, Termini, and Meresi. I was able to put some videos to give you guys a little bit of a preview of what those places look like. Jim says wild asparagus is in season. I got to tell you, Jim Ingram, we bought this wild asparagus. And it is, I love vegetables, but it's a tough one to cook. It's definitely a tough one to cook. What are the popular dishes for Easter in Sicily? In Sicily, of course, fish is a very, very popular dish, especially, not just Christmas, but also for Easter. And Alfred said lamb, but everyone has different dishes, but certainly fish is a very, very popular one. I'm curious to know
Well,
what
on
you guys
East
have.
on Good Friday, like a lot of people keep Lent here, so nobody
Yeah.
eats meat. If you're a Christian and you don't eat meat on Fridays, hence a lot of the bean stuff, besides the pasta with
Yeah.
anchovies and mussels and stuff like that. And then on Sunday, if I had to pick one quote unquote meat, it would probably be lamb. I think it would probably be lamb. Okay, you don't. And by the way, I found this out a couple of years ago. When you eat lamb, you're not supposed to have water while you're eating lamb. Did you know that the old
Red wine.
Sicilian supposed to have red wine because, and this is according to Sicilian, the old timers, is that the water coagulates with the fat of the lamb and is bad for your heart. Whereas if you have red wine with the lamb, it breaks up the fat. Now I don't know if that's true or not, but the guys who were telling
There's
me
a
were like
morsel of truth to
178
that
years
for
old. So
sure.
I have, huh?
There's a morsel of
Hmm?
truth to that for sure. Anna
I bet
Abrams,
you there's truth to that.
yeah. I believe in Sicily, Easter, Holy Week is more important and bigger celebration than Christmas. Certainly longer, more spiritual, very religious indeed. And, just to go back to the Holy Procession in Enna, I was really struck about the religious component and the participation of all ages in that procession. You saw little girls, little boys, teenagers, certainly the entire town, and the spectators that came from all over took part in that. So that was very significant for me to see, for sure.
I think it's my favorite holiday of the year. Easter is, to me, it's a rebirth. It's when the winter goes away, the springtime comes, new birth, new fruits, new vegetables, new air, everything. And that, to me, that's when I kind of shake off the winter doldrums, so to speak, is right around this time now.
Tony eats
That's how
goat
I
on
feel.
Easter as well. Jody made the
Somebody,
fava bean soup. She sent me a picture. Turned out really good.
how did
She
it come
put,
out, Jody?
you know what she put in it? Pancetta. That was a good addition, and also red
Yeah,
peppers, which
yeah.
gave it a
Red
nice
pepper
little
flakes or
color.
red peppers? Wait a minute. Red pepper or red pepper flakes?
No, red pepper.
Which one?
Red pepper.
Wow.
Yeah, red pepper. Uh, have Daniel tell us about wines would be available here so we can get the bottle and try it with him. Winesfromitaly.com is our friend Ciao Daniel. I love that. Ciao Daniel. um, Alfred, what about broccoli Robbie? Yes, broccoli Robbie is also in season right now. One of my
Alfio, you and I
favorite.
have the exact same. You and I have the exact same likes and dislikes. If it was me, and that's the complaint sometimes, I could literally eat broccoli Robbie every day of the week.
Wait a sec.
I mean, honestly,
Did you
I
did you just
love
say did
broccoli Robbie.
did you just say me complain about vegetables?
No, but I'm saying, but like I always like to have, like I'm what they call a streak eater.
Yeah,
So if I find something that I like, I'll eat it like 5 days in a row. But broccoli Robbie, I mean,
I can eat
for
that.
me, just get a piece of hot bread, cook it up with the garlic and the EVOO, throw it in there. You're all set. Or you can put a piece of sausage. You're all set. Or you can put a piece of prosciutto cotto. You're all set.
Or
No
with
matter what it
pasta.
is,
Pasta.
huh?
Pasta.
Pasta?
With pasta. Broccoli rabi and
Well,
pasta.
yeah, that's not a panino. Yeah, you're right. You could put it, of course, you could have it with a broccoli rabi, and I also like, what is that thing called? That's the broccolini. It's like the broccoli with the little things on the.
Broccoli.
Is that just broccoli, regular
Broccoli.
broccoli?
Well, there's chimidi rapi, which is broccoli
Okay.
rabi, a type of broccoli rabi, and uh, then there's the broccoli.
You know, Alfio, I was talking about this to Esther. Hold on 1 second. You see this bag right here? This is Poyati pasta. They sell it in all the markets. This is Fuselli. Okay. This 2.2 pound bag cost me 99 cents. That's $1.10 for 2.2 pounds. So you have a mom that's really stretched out on a budget. Maybe they're on citizenship income, which is the equivalent roughly to our welfare, where you get $600 for a family plus I think $30 for every person. And you're faced with a dilemma. You have high heating bills, extraordinarily high heating bills, but you have kids to feed. So things like broccoli rabi and all the greens that Esther eats, which are myriad, topped off on pasta with extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper, maybe some pepper. That is a staple of the
You know what
diet
else?
here. What?
Sedano, so there's some wild, and I'm drawing a blank on the greens. There's a bunch of greens, and I think the translation was wild barley. there's one green, remember, that we get. It's a little bit rough. You have to boil it a little bit more, but those greens are so good. They won't be around for a long time, but no,
But you
no,
could also pick it.
celery.
They have wild greens on the side of the road. You could
That
just stop your car and pick some of these greens and put them on that pasta, and it's terrific. Now, what about protein? Because pasta is primarily carbohydrates. Have you ever heard of muscolini? Muscolini, those little fish that are about 2 inches
hmm
long.
those are
Here
good to try.
they cost about €2 for a kilo. €2. Okay, those are the ones that if you get some flour and some salt and pepper, you take these guys and you drag them through the flour, and then you pan fry them. Okay, it's high in protein. The other one are besides anchovies, but sardines, stuffed sardines. Okay,
Dandelion. That's right.
dandelion. These are things that are part of the normal cuisine for the socio-economic class of those who my mother would call it, peasant food. Pasta with breadcrumb and anchovy, for example. Okay, that would during Lent. That was our Friday night thing. Pasta with anchovy, pasta with broccoli. Okay, we've had pasta with broccoli my whole life.
Pasta with
Pasta with
sardine.
cauliflower. Who?
Pasta alla sarde, sarde.
Pasta alla sade. Okay, so that's how you get through tough times in Sicily. Now, why aren't people fat pigs like they are in the United States for pasta? For well, a couple of reasons primarily is because they portion control the pasta. Usually it's 130 grams of pasta. In the United States, it's double that portion size. Secondly, is they don't have it at dinner time, like our dinner time in the United States at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. They have it at 1 or 2 o'clock
Al, they have
here.
pasta at dinner. Please.
Esther, not too
Please.
many people. They have it for pranzo, but they don't have it for dinner. Now, does your friends eat pasta for dinner?
Yes.
Except if you go out?
Yes.
Well, you
They
must
eat.
have rich friends. You must have rich friends.
Al,
I
listen,
disagree with you there.
Alfred, they have pasta once a day.
Who?
Pasta. In fact, Marika, the little girl that I met in Istanbul, her dad, she wants to be a cook, and she was talking about the stuff that she eats at home. And I said, she said her favorite meal, of course, is pasta, and she named off a bunch of pastas. And I said, "Do you eat it every day?" She said, "Yeah, usually for lunch I have a salad, and for dinner I have pasta." So
All
yeah,
right, that's the exception, not the rule, Esther. I'm awful sorry, and I have to disagree with you.
but
Okay, that's the exception, not the rule.
when we go out to
Okay,
dinner, there's a lot of people having pasta.
no, there's not. There's a lot of people having pizza,
If
not
we go to a
pasta.
if we go to a pizza place,
If you go to a restaurant too, honey,
if we go to a restaurant,
you're
all
too
right,
busy
honey.
eating your zucchini and stuff to look around. But I'm a pasta eater. I look.
All right, honey. All
What
right.
else?
Anyway, anyway, when you go out, a lot of people have it as a primo, and then they have a fish. In fact, we always comment, Alfred, when we go, especially to Nespoli down in Acitrezza, we always comment, how can people eat a primo with all the different fish, and then some kind of a pasta, and then they have another, like an orata or a spigola come out. So,
I can answer that question. When a family
I
goes to a
know,
restaurant, wait a minute. Typically, it's for a special occasion, like a birthday. But
honey.
when they go home during the week, rest assured, they're not eating pasta for cena, for dinner. I don't think so.
Okay. All right. All right.
Just my
We'll
own
we'll have
humble
to
opinion.
we'll have to take a survey and see what people say.
Okay.
But you know what? Another good one is the risotto. Risotto is very good. You talk about uh, Fridays and keeping Lent. Risotto is a very good alternative. Remember, they at Paghi Poco they have the risotto with the mushrooms. Oh, mushrooms! That's another one that's very seasonal. The puccini mushrooms start coming out around the fall, then by about January, February. But they have all types of other mushrooms which are very, very good. What's that mushroom called that looks like looks very wild? It
Hilarious.
looks like very,
The
very
big
good.
one. I
Yeah,
want
the big
everybody
one.
in the world to know that Esther Vita, I call her now, by the way, her new nickname is the Mighty Vita. The Mighty Vita has the healthiest diet of any female I've ever seen in my life. Okay. She makes me healthier because I just observe what she eats. It's just amazing. But all these vegetables and stuff that she's mentioning, that's what she eats. It's unbelievable.
All right, I
The
want to ask those
Mighty
people,
Vita.
Jody and Connie. I'm drawing a blank on this wild green. It's not dandelion. It's something selvatica. I think it translates to rye. So I'm drawing a blank on that. What is the name of that vegetable? I'm going to search in just a second. But first, this is a first. We've got a viewer from India. Love your videos. Sicily and North India have so many similar vegetables and fruits. Nice to see you. I've been to India several times. What a beautiful country. And yes, very rich in all types of vegetables and fruits. I love that.
Bravo.
Oyster mushrooms. That's right. Pasta is a staple meal. You are right, Esther. Sorry, honey.
How come all the women always agree with Esther and none of the women ever agree with me?
Stop
I want to
it.
know why.
Stop it. There were a few guys who agreed as well. Come on. When I stayed with my aunt, she would have me dig the young dandelions from the lawn, but only in early spring because later they are too bitter. Great source of iron.
My grandmother used to make that with the eggs. She used to make what they call a frittata.
Frittata is
You
another
know?
very popular.
Yeah,
Uh,
a
hold it.
frittata was great. The whole thing was kind of like turning them over. I think that's the big thing to do is to learn how to turn them over.
Segali.
Esther, what are you doing?
Segali.
Who?
Segali. Segali is
Oh, okay.
rye.
So you learned it. Here we go,
Segali
buddy. Wonderful.
selvatica. Selvatica. I love that word. Wow. Selvatica
The
is wild.
mighty Vita strikes again. Esther, I
Segali.
know that you did. I know that you did the Ukrainian refugee lady in last week's video, which, by the way, was mesmerized me as far as I'm concerned. So, what's your new thing that you're going to do? Do you have any more like hard news things that
Well,
would whet our appetite?
Well, so just for people that don't know, that video was because I had a 24-hour layover in Istanbul because I missed my connecting flight and went to the hotel and showed you a little bit about the hotel. Met a Sicilian girl, 18-year-old from Noto, and we hung out and spoke and I interviewed her a little bit. And then I met two Ukrainian refugees. There were 200 women and 100 children staying at the particular hotel that I was at. So that was very interesting. It's 24 hours in Istanbul. So obviously I made it back home, but I obviously did not wish to spend 24 hours, but what a God-given experience. And everything happens for a reason. And I got it really quickly why I had that layover. First of all, to meet Marika, my new Sicilian girlfriend, and also to share the stories of those brave, brave, brave women who came with their children, left everything behind in Istanbul, including having to leave their sons because they're over 18 and they couldn't leave the country. Anyway, so that video. So ask me about hard news. Nothing hard news, but there will be the spinach scacciata, the spinach pie coming later on.
Esther, in
Next
my
week.
view, you're just as brave as those people. You've gone to India on assignments. You were Emmy nominated for something over there. You've been to Haiti.
Singapore.
We've done Singapore. We've done things with the president of the republic at the Borsellino Falcone thing in Palermo. Am I correct? We've done things. What else have we done? We've done a whole bunch of like hard news stories. You were
We
even on
did the G.
CNN.
We did the
Huh?
G7. We did the
The
G7.
G7. That's right. You were on CNN with that woman there. I can't think of what
Fox.
her name was.
No,
Who?
Fox. Fox.
On Fox. Excuse
Fox.
me. So, and people seem to like Esther because you've got a talent for bringing out of people on an interview what their essence is all about. So I'm always bugging her to keep on doing this stuff
We'll
because,
do
and
some
I'm just
more.
saying that because people,
Well,
people send me emails. They're saying, "Wow, she's really good. You should have her do more." So
I want to know if you
we,
guys, what you guys would be interested in hearing more about. Would love to know it.
I'd like to
Um,
see you go to the churches over here in Catania and to put it on videotape what we're doing here in Sicily for the refugees. And not only for the refugees, but for poor people in general, especially during Easter time.
we
So
need to
that's
do
my
something
recommendation.
about that. Carrie
Yeah, that's up
says
to you,
she
boss.
lived in Palermo for 2 years, over 40 years ago, coming back for a 10-day visit. Love your videos and all the good
Ooh,
advice. Now, listen,
thank
Joyce
you, Carrie.
from Australia. Alfred, girls are
Yeah, you're
always
right,
right.
Joyce.
Jody,
Right.
I will write this down. Tony, the value of this channel and all the knowledge sharing on Sicilian culture cannot be overestimated. Thank you so much, Tony.
Thank you,
Thank you. Thank
Tony.
you.
He's a great guy. We became Facebook friends this week, Tony and I.
Dolores,
Okay, buddy, we should wrap this up, huh?
let me finish a few more. Uh,
Okay.
Chow from Arizona. I lived in Acciariale for 2 years and I love you guys. You really do capture the flavor of a beautiful secret Sicily. You know,
Thank you very
I want to
much.
thank you guys for spending this time with us. You know, it really is an honor, but we feel really, really blessed that you guys have become really our family. I mean, you sitting here with us, commenting and leaving us messages and emails and so forth. I really feel that you guys have become part of our family, not just on Sunday, but also Wednesdays and all the other times that we go. So I want to just deeply, 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 humbly thank you for keeping us going. Really, you guys are the inspiration.
The old Bunster, she's the hottest working girl in the news business. I'm telling you right now, the mighty Vita. She outworks me. I get exhausted just looking at her. Believe me, I'm not kidding. Join
Alfred,
our community for $1.99 a month. You help us keep it going. I mean, it's a cup of coffee a month.
so you
It's
hit
my
the
opinion.
join next to the subscribe. There's a join, and it gets your information. Have you had ricotta con zero? I've never heard of that.
No,
Have
I don't
you?
know what Zero means. I don't know what that means. Somebody help me out. I don't know what that is. Ciao. No, I don't know what
That's a
that is.
good.
If you,
You should visit the castles in Sicily, and we have done so many
oh, thanks. You're
castles.
right. We have to do a special on that.
But we do have to, there's the one in Cefola Diana that's beautiful. I love the one
It's
in Cefola
amazing.
Diana. The one in obviously by us in the Aci Castello. There's one in Milazzo. There are so many beautiful ones.
Our friend Giovanni Morale from Mama Sicily, he wrote a book on castles in Sicily, didn't he? He gave you a copy, I remember one
That's
time.
right.
I have to find that book. I swear to
Jody
God, I'm not
says
kidding.
hard news every day on Facebook page, Yumi and Sicily news and updates. I have been keeping you guys updated on the pandemic, and now I'm sort of shifting to some other places, but that's on Facebook as well. Uh, in the US, we serve pasta lunch and dinner in our restaurants.
That's pretty much how it goes. I agree with Connie. I agree with Connie. But anyway.
Oh, thank you, Nona. Don't forget to like this video. Thank you for your.
And
Oh,
share it and
pasta
share it
buono.
and tell people about us. That's what we appreciate. 1.4 million views now on our station. the two of us. And we started from zero. Thanks to you. That's all I want to say. And one more thing, E.
Yeah.
Saberdiga.
Wait, I wasn't done yet. Are you
Oh,
leaving?
okay. Well, pretty soon I'm going to leave, buddy.
Castelbuono, by the way, Vince, when we did a video about some
That's a good
some of
castle.
our top places to visit, and I put Castelbuono as one of them because that
Ventimiglia. That's the family.
castle is unbelievable. And
Ventimiglia family.
the Ventimiglia
Oh,
chapel inside is just
OMG.
breathtaking. All right. Now, on that note, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back on Wednesday. In the meantime, I'll leave you guys a link to the Easter video, the video from Istanbul, and there was one other video I mentioned. Oh, the Mercato video in the description or the comments.
The Anna one.
And the
Anna
Anna
too.
one, which is Easter.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you guys. Ti benedica.
Saberdiga. The mighty Vita. Ciao.
Oh.